Let's get this going right here. We're going to find out who's going to be walking away. Astralis, the one that everyone predicted.
Yes.
And EG, I mean, it would be such an upset if they could start the tournament taking this away from them.
It's everything. I mean, that is a massive start to the tournament and a massive start to the year for Evil Geniuses.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after Evil Geniuses and their real struggles last year. Trying to make anything happen in Europe and, well, North America. Let's not even talk about it. Glaive with this headshot to kick things off against Stanislaus. So there's the strong start here for Astralis already, and Xyp9x looks like he got the info.
Yeah, he definitely heard them running up. Looked like he wanted to throw that grenade out, but he actually thought better of it. They're still wrapping around towards the bomb side. They're actually going to be trying to flank it. Somehow they can't see Device. I actually thought maybe they were going to swing in far enough. They do just tap the bomb, so they fake it out, trying to catch anyone, but they still don't know about Device. They had a suspicion. You could tell that they thought maybe he would have been there, but yeah, they still get surprised by it. 4 versus 3 now. Bomb not been planted, and Tarek is alone over on this side. If he goes down, they have to come back and pick up the bomb and continue to fight. They're in a lot of trouble here. Cirque, strong kill with the P250, evening out the odds a little bit with that gun because of the one-shot headshot potential. That's not there with the Glock. Sip in the corner. He's trapped, and he's going to get found by Tarek. That is very well played. I can't believe they turned this around, and now they're going to go B through the middle of the map. And all of this is just, I mean, I don't know what dupreeh's meant to do here.
Nothing. Die. I mean, that is kind of... I mean, what are you going to do if you're dupreeh? You're at 8 health, you got dinked earlier, and now you're just... you're going to be left in a situation where it's almost just worthwhile to save the Kevlar and be done with it, because so you have to cross to the other side of the map.
You were keeping count earlier, but this is now EG winning 4 out of 5 pistol rounds in this best of 3?
Yeah.
So
Evil Geniuses have been so consistent on the pistols, and this is really a situation for Device. It's like the what could have been moment, because when he denies it, he does it with the silence USP, which means that Evil Geniuses even then aren't sure where that kill came from. It's him swinging out and getting spotted that gives it up. But had he just stay put, who knows? Evil Geniuses may never get that bomb down at all, or never win that fight.
It was looking very, very confusing for them. I still can't really believe that they actually found a way to pick that up, but well played indeed. Tarek, I think, with a double kill, and I think having that P250 on Cirque again, I think it's just always advisable in almost any pistol round on the T side to have at least one of them. So I think they're just going to be restarting the second round just to get everything up to speed. But following this, I mean, just the only mission, the only thing that's on their minds right now is just not giving it back to the Astralis side, which again, we're obviously seeing much more of these days than we used to in the past. So
I'm just wondering, do we see a repeat of Inferno where Evil Geniuses are able to pad a little bit at the beginning, you know, get a few rounds on the board that they shouldn't necessarily be getting, and then it turns into a bit of a slugfest, and that plays out in their favor. I mean, what's interesting to me is that this is Astralis' choice, Vertigo. The decision was between Nuke and Vertigo for them. And they chose to go for Vertigo. But what's fun is in terms of the statistics over the last 2 months on both of those maps, it's very even between both of the maps in terms of results. So for Astralis, it was kind of just like a 50-50, like pick your poison. You know, it's kind of even either way. Yeah. So let's just go Vertigo, right? Because maybe we haven't played as much Vertigo, you know. We saw a little bit more Nuke than Vertigo last time.
That could be it too, you know, trying to keep it fresh in their own minds, perhaps.
Regardless, their CT side is not their strong side on Vertigo, Astralis. So it is a good, strong start here for Evil Geniuses, getting that pistol on lock and really putting Astralis with their backs to the wall here. Astralis are going to commit to this and spend most of their money. Device is the only one who's going to save a bit to get that AWP in play. But, you know, action A ramp.
They're going to
be what we expect to see.
I mean, they're going to be pretty dangerous in this round, even if it's not that much. Still got dupreeh and Glaive with an HE each, so you know they could do some damage. dupreeh, if he could find one and just to try and see if he could, you know, pick up a kill and fall back, that would be interesting. HE a little bit close for comfort. Oh no! Double team kill as brehze takes down Cirque and Ethan both. We are going to need a replay for sure. See if he can make up for it. He did get the kill eventually, but he's low on health himself, and now backup is being called for here. Glaive goes down. brehze. Is he going to be able to do a little bit more? Tarek will take down Device, and now it's a 2-on-2. Brehze trying to see if he could find anyone else here. 30 seconds left. They're so low on health on the EG side. They can't give this one back, and certainly not in this fashion either. Having such a hard time putting down this bomb. The Molotov might help out a little bit. That'll certainly force him out of this position. No, not quite spreading to him yet. I can't believe it. There, finally it goes. And Tarik will take him down. There's magisk with the 1 kill. Brehze, he brings it back. Saving his team. He got 3 kills and then 2 on a team. Does that count as an ace? I'm not sure.
What even is this round? Look at this. I mean, at least for Evil Geniuses, I mean, they barely save it. That would have been absolutely devastating. Okay, we're going to get the replay here. And yeah, they just swing out right in front. You know that's what you expected to see, but how it happens, it's just comedy of errors.
You know, in traffic, isn't it always the rear ender that's going to get blamed in any insurance claims? So I don't know if it works for this, but...
Well, he just saved, he just paid off those claims, right, by getting a few more kills and saving the round, so...
Yeah. You don't think his premiums are going up?
No, it worked out. It all worked out as far as his insurance are concerned.
Well, let's hope
They are
so.
Evil Geniuses after all. They understand how insurance works.
I can't believe they actually made it out of that round, and they were able to laugh about it as well. That would have been such a horrible way to lose, but yeah, here we are, back in the fight. Magisk is on a bit of a flanking mission, or I think as soon as the bomb goes down, though, they're going to be aware, and they already are. So no surprises here. Well on track to win a 3rd round. EG, that was just very scary. We're all going to need to take a second to recover from that.
It's just the entire time you're screaming internally if you're an ASTRALIS fan, right? Like, well, if you're an Evil Geniuses fan, not like this. Yeah. Not off of a double team kill.
Please.
In the 2nd round, right? You can't let ASTRALIS, because ASTRALIS will just begin to throttle you after that. You will self-destruct, and ASTRALIS will annihilate you. Do we get to call Ethan Quadzilla, by the way? Is that his new nickname, dude?
He is looking fit, isn't he?
He has definitely been hitting the weights.
I think this counts as like a full house, doesn't it? Like you get 2 of your own teammates and 3 of the others.
All right, we can call it that. We can definitely call it that, because that's not every day.
That is not every day. Or like, like an NA ace, 2 of the teammates, 3 of this, kind of, sort of work.
Also fitting.
Can't be letting NA, just slide back in like that. Gotta keep making some fun of them.
I'm just wondering now, this is ASTRALIS for ASTRALIS, this is going to be the big round here. They have finally got the money. They've got the AUGs in play. We've seen how lethal they can be with these guns. And, well, at least for now, it's dupreeh anchoring that B site, but he's about to get some action. Brehze, Stanislaw, and Cirque are hanging around over here. And life is going to get very interesting for him very quickly. He is alone, and, well, there you go. Brehze catches the angle, and dupreeh is gone. Headshot on him. And here's Brehze opening it up for his team, taking point and just creating so much room. Evil Genius is looking very good so far in this first half.
Wow, and this is such an interesting round because ASTRALIS was pushed down so far on the A ramp that actually gla1ve was on a lightning fast flank. And, that was the big weakness in what EG were doing, is that they just given up this whole side of the map. So actually, I think ASTRALIS knew, but because dupreeh just died instantly and EG just pulled the trigger and just went for it, it didn't even matter that ASTRALIS kind of knew. They only had 1 guy defending and no one else managed to show up. And gla1ve got caught on the flank even, so I think that was Tarik getting that kill. So all of that, very, very important, but normally, if you're not pulling that kind of a strategy, and this is worth thinking about in upcoming rounds, on the T side, you kind of have to take the A ramp on this map, or every time, no matter what you're doing, because again, not doing it is such a clear signal to the other side, to the defending side, that something is coming. So I just think, we're probably going to see that most of the time, and yeah, this is Tarik catching gla1ve on that flank, but that is really interesting. But most of the time, you'll see the T side try and fight for that A ramp, no matter what they're doing. It's not a signal that anything is coming. It's sort of mandatory.
Oh, I'm just wondering if we're getting some whispers of Inferno here again. 4 rounds in a row now for Evil Geniuses at the beginning of the half. More and more pressure getting applied to ASTRALIS. You can see it clearly written on dupreeh's face there. He knew that he had really given the Geniuses a chance. And so now Device, he's got that angle.
No, you're right. This does feel a bit like we're back at that level. And the money for ASTRALIS that's the real issue here. 3 AUGs, 2 M4s, grenades. Definitely lacking a fair few grenades. But if they lose this round, it'll be 5-0, and they will be absolutely broke.
Well, we've already got Evil Geniuses going through the motions here. There are some things that we're used to seeing on Vertigo in terms of T side. It's kind of like what we say on Overpass CT side. You always got to make noise mid. You always got to make sure that the T side have to expend utility to clear out certain parts of this map before they can move on to the bomb sites. Same thing here on Vertigo. A ramp, always going to be action over here. It's pretty much what you expect to see. And there it is. Device only getting the 1 kill. 4 on 4. Stand with the quick trade, but ASTRALIS still in this.
Yeah, they definitely are. Magisk back here, and let's see if they check it. I mean, it almost cost them everything in the pistol round, not quite clearing this out. 24 seconds. If Magisk could get even a single kill here, that's going to slow them down so much that they're going to be in a lot of trouble. There's the one. The bomb is in front, though, and it's Stanislaw. He's going to get found, and that is brilliant from Magisk. Sip also chiming in and taking down brehze at the same time. I do like this wrinkle, not that it's really going to work out in this particular round, but if they had actually made their way onto the site and got the bomb plant down, Tarek sneaking through middle like that late in the round would have been really impressive.
What I'm wondering right here is if the strategy for Evil Geniuses is you activate A, last round you go B, and so this round you're expecting ASTRALIS to try and not cut corners, right? Because dupreeh was alone on B the round before. Device was all the way over in mid. I mean, they were really stacking over towards that A site. Here you may be trying to condition ASTRALIS to have to focus back over towards that B site, stop cutting corners, stop cheating, and unfortunately you just got picked apart one after the other. Device spotted you, got the info, and you slowed down instead of speeding up.
Yeah, there was. I mean, waiting around on that ramp, and you could tell they just didn't even imagine that Magisk would have been in that corner.
Yeah, that's step after step there for the Geniuses. They just got battered in that round, and so we'll see if they can shake it off. But that's ASTRALIS getting on the board. 1 round on this CT side so far for ASTRALIS. 4-1. Evil Geniuses in the lead on that T side. Money enough to buy on both sides, and now we got to see Evil Geniuses once again showing that initial presence over towards the ramp area.
Ethan, you heard that. Doesn't really know if it's a trick, if you should be following him or not. But yeah, from ASTRALIS' point of view, they would have had to have saved if they would have lost that last round. Instead, picking it up. And that's a really unfortunate Molotov because now they don't know if anyone's there. So what do? Hard clear it or commit another grenade to... Yeah, so HE, that's not even going to do it. That actually doesn't help them. They still have to worry about it. Stanislaw, not going to worry about it. Keeps pushing, and he will take down Glaive. A little bit of a refrag coming in. Magisk, uncomfortable position. He's alone, and he's still picking up 2 kills. No one from his team could help him, and he's still slaughtering them at the moment. Flashed his way in a 3rd kill, and that's some great communication. That is, I mean, very, very impressive defense coming out from ASTRALIS.
Why do I feel like this is self-inflicted by Evil Geniuses right now? I mean, all right, so we'll get into that as Cirque is still going to batter. I mean, he's going to battle relentlessly. The man just does not give up. This is that shot, though. That was so close, Cirque. That's very so unfortunate. He nearly had that. That would have been insane. But Magisk getting multi-frags from this position?
Yeah.
Get out of here. That is not the one. That's so unfortunate for Tarek because, I mean, Magisk should be getting traded, and we should see Evil Geniuses progressing past that. Magisk surviving, that's the hitch. That's the hiccup in the round there on that take.
Yeah, I mean, it was very difficult to try and find him, apparently. But, yeah, he was under a lot of pressure, and that should have counted against him somehow. Ethan goes down. Glaive, Magisk, and dupreeh, each with a kill to start the round with. And I think they wanted to put some pressure on that B stairwell, but they get shut down instead. So ASTRALIS gone from almost being forced to eco in that 5th round, now back 3-4. They've got a lot more money to work with. So things have turned around incredibly fast here for the Danish side, and they're going to be just enjoying that.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is where ASTRALIS, especially on CT side, it's their weaker side on Vertigo, at least off of the last maps. Out of 6 maps, 46% win rate on their CT rounds. So it's not their best. So if they're getting into it early for ASTRALIS, that's going to feel good. That's going to build that confidence again. And that's a great read as well from ASTRALIS. We're like, ha, you can see Zonic, everybody cheering up because you called the B rush and you annihilated the B rush, and now Evil Geniuses are going to be feeling even worse about themselves.
Nice hanging around the edge of the smoke. This time, though, with an AWP, you would have to assume that's really risky. Sip is far away, but still able to help him. He wall-banged down Stanislaw. I'm so shocked by how that worked out. If I'm Divisive and I have sit near the ramp, I actually don't want him to be back by the sandbags because he can't help me if they try and run me down. But somehow it just worked out perfectly, so I guess fair play. That's Stanislaw who got killed by Sip, I think. It'll be interesting to see the replay. 5 versus 3 now. And a very bad start here for EG, which, I mean, if they win this round of ASTRALIS without losing too many members, that's also just going to propel them in the right direction. Great catch and a great Molotov on top.
That was sick. That's the kind of stuff we need to see here from Evil Geniuses. Just one kill at a time.
Is that smoke intentionally thrown up on the foot of the crane there? Because you can look under that for sure. Brehze can see under it. But then again, maybe ASTRALIS can too. No one is, so... Could have just been an accident.
Yeah, I mean, for now, they're hoping, but with 20 seconds left, ASTRALIS are playing the clock. They got the man advantage. They know that Evil Geniuses have to come to them and Glaive. He manages to trade places. That is so filthy. His teammates still winning all of their duels, but Glaive gets the final kill. Worked his way right through that smoke and stayed alive in it. 4-4. And ASTRALIS now really going to start coming into their own. Oh, okay.
Just wedged up against that, apparently sticking slightly through.
That's
which, yeah, definitely unfortunate.
Oh.
Well, 4-4, and just looking at the scoreboard, and yeah, Ethan is 0-6. So again, think about his performance on Inferno, was really incredible.
Well, and the driver, the main driver for Evil Geniuses on Inferno.
Yeah, he definitely was. Trying to speed it up on the ramp, and they run into Device and Sip and Magisk, and they just all get shut down. Not even close to anything here. A little bit of a kill for Stanislaw, but I think that should not have any real impact here. So, from a great start on the EG side to something that no longer feels quite as useful.
No, this is where it starts to hurt if you're Evil Geniuses. You are going to, I mean, this was just an eco round. You should try and shake it off, but you're getting red on your eco rounds as well. You go for the B rush on your last eco round, just get smashed by ASTRALIS. They were ready for you. And now you call another aggressive play on an eco round, and you get smashed again as they were ready for you. So if you're Stanislaw and if you're Zeus right now, you are feeling so frustrated. Because it's probably feeling like you're getting read by a book, like you're getting read by Glaive. He knows what he's in your head.
Yeah, I mean, they've really turned it around here. Winning 5 in a row on the ASTRALIS side. No bomb plants in those 5 rounds either. So, you know, shutting them out of either bomb side right here.
And Sean Connery for Ethan as well. So that's
troublesome.
Oh, well.
Sip alone on the A side at the beginning, and this time, if they would have kept the pressure on, which again, there's no way for them to know that, they might have found a bit of a timing. Sip and Glaive now there. Still slightly light on the defense. And it might not be a disaster. I mean, there are some pretty cool retakes you can do on the side. Sip, he's just getting flanked. He's getting attacked from every angle. And he's still able to pick up a double.
Doesn't even care, does he, right? He's just hitting all the shots. And that's going to set it up here for Glaive to find a headshot on Brehze. Cirque and Ethan. Last 2 alive here for Evil Geniuses. With a minute on the clock, at least they have some time to play with. But look at all the utility still left here for ASTRALIS. ASTRALIS have all the tools necessary to just absolutely ruin Evil Geniuses. Although, they are going to get the bomb plant. That's some bonus money. So even if they lose the round, bonus 800.
Ethan is having a very tough map at the moment. Needed that kill, leaving Cirque in a 1 versus 4. Good flick, and I don't know. It'd be almost impossible to stop this from going through. Smoke is up in front, and with you have that AWP, I mean, how do you do anything? I think, yeah, this is probably the smart move. It's not that he probably could have had, you know, maybe another kill, but with the smoke up, how do you guess where the diffuser is? It's just not going to be possible. So, another round, at least they had the bomb plant. And honestly, they should have had the trade on Sip. This had this, I think, the beginnings of a good round for EG. I can't even explain how he's able to do all of this.
Man, again, we're missing these trade frags, you're right.
Yeah.
That's an identical situation to Magisk, to what we saw with Matt.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, okay, you lose one guy, fine, fair enough, but you have to get the trade. You cannot let Zip multi-frag there. And so 6-4, the Straws continue to be on fire, and yeah, Ethan is yet to get that kill on the board. Still struggling mightily here. And that's just, I mean, that's just the way that it's going right now. We need to see if they can start waking up. And while we are going to start seeing early focus over towards the B side this time around here from Evil Geniuses, and it's not what, they've been here once with rifles and once with pistols. They got smashed with the pistols. So now we get to see a little bit of presence over here with rifles again. See if that actually works out for them.
And ASTRALIS had 3 people over at the B bomb site, so expecting maybe a timing push at the beginning of the round. They also had Sip on the A ramp, not seeing anyone, so that's a little bit further back now. So they don't have that much information here, ASTRALIS, but they still have a very strong setup at the B bomb site. I think it's going to be hard to break if you're on the EG side. Glaive already picking up a kill. dupreeh caught, yeah, on top of the Molotov, had to pull out the grenade and gets sent right over the building. Device, though, handling things incredibly well. Big double kill for him, and he's ready for more at the edge of the smoke and taking down syrson. Not getting the flick, but I don't think it matters. It's Ethan left here. 1 versus 3. Now, he has got a couple of kills, so he's on the board, but this is just too much to ask for. He nearly taps Device away. Another bullet would have done it. I just don't see how he could win this.
With 30 seconds left, it's not looking too good. Zip and Device have got that crossfire set up, and magisk is here to back him up as well. Could throw no nades left here for ASTRALIS, but well, no nades for Ethan either. And there's Device with the AWP, no less. Quad kill for Device at the end of the round. And well, this is where you have ASTRALIS, you know, getting caught being greedy, and ASTRALIS getting caught just playing it safe with 2 players hard on the B side. A third one was there very quickly as well, and Device just not missing any shots. It's got to feel like you're running into a brick wall if you're Evil Geniuses at that point, and you are not the Juggernaut.
No, not at the moment, that is for sure. I mean, there were some smokes up here, but you could see a lot of those kills from Device, even though they're really quick. I mean, he also had the benefit of not being, you know, there's no smoke in front of him, so flashbangs in his eyes. He's kind of uninterrupted for a fair bit of that. So that, plus the fact that there were 3 people on the B bomb site, I just think made for a very, very hard bomb site to breach there if you're on the EG side. 7 to 4, that's 7 straight rounds in a row here for ASTRALIS. I mean, that's devastating if you're on the EG side. You don't want to see that.
No, and again, this is kind of similar to Overpass in the sense that, I mean, ASTRALIS are running away with it on their weaker half. So when we switch sides onto the T side, ASTRALIS are going to get that extra little oomph that is just going to make life more difficult here for Evil Geniuses. So we need to see Evil Geniuses start to wake up a little bit. They did not just go for the Hail Mary rush this time around when they were on pistols like they've done in the past to, you know, half buys. Yeah, try to slow it down and play a little bit around this, but magisk is going to find that headshot on Tarek. There's syrson, however, taking dupreeh. A little bit of pressure getting put on ASTRALIS now. They need to be careful not to get caught. But Evil Genius is not in a position to pounce immediately off of that opening kill. But still, you get 4. You get these Tech 9s together, grouped up, and, well, this one Tech 9, along with the other pistols, grouped up. And Evil Geniuses could do some damage still.
And I mean, that, even though it's getting kind of late, it's still important, you know. Try and take some rifles away, especially if you can steal one of them for the next round. All right. magisk does not need a lot of info to get the kill. 4 versus 3, and with the Vice here and everything that's going on, yeah, they're looking so good at the moment. About to be 8 in a row here for ASTRALIS. I actually would really like to see EG try and take the fight to magisk in the middle, because there are some really interesting boosts you can do around that huge center box. If you come through middle, you can boost people up on the T side and try and look over, and especially if they have syrson with the AWP, I'm sure he would be even leading the charge perhaps with the AWP. So I mean, if you take down magisk early on in the round, it just forces ASTRALIS to make some choices that they don't want to make in terms of where the defense is. So I feel like that's one of the few things we haven't really seen yet out of EG, because they've been trying both A and B in you know, in different times.
Well, it's been, I mean, a lot of ramp play at the beginning, but that's what you expect to see on Vertigo. You kind of need to show some kind of presence ramp.
Yeah.
And this is where a lot of those duels happen. The Vice, now realizing that, has gone back with the AWP to cover this angle, another spot that he really favors. And so with that op, he's now got that he's got that long line down ramp, and Evil Geniuses are going to have to use some utility to create some room over here. But this time around, Evil Geniuses have kept some players over towards B as well, just to see if ASTRALIS were going to get cheeky, start playing greedy again, and play for some info.
Yeah, and ASTRALIS don't know. I mean, they're looking deep down on the ramp, so that should lean them towards the B bomb site, because they just You know, they know that they'd have to take the ramp and then take the A bomb site before they even get close. Device gonna pick up the kill there on Tarek. Don't know if he spotted the bomb, but Ethan is running in there towards the site with the bomb, and if he goes down, I mean, that's not quite game over, but at least they're gonna know what's coming. Ethan with a good kill before he drops. Device here, pulls out the USP, but can't pick up the kill. 2 versus 3, 40 seconds left, and EG must win this round.
He's so forced to use his smoke. Oh, I thought he had the lineup. Brehze barely survives that. And well, now it is going to be the man advantage for Astralis going into this retake. Can Evil Geniuses get the bomb planted?
Glaive sneaking in and dropping Cirque before anything happens. Brehze, that's a nice headshot. Taking down magisk, but as you pointed out, the bomb is not planted yet, and I don't even know how you would do this from where he is. Low on health there is dupreeh, but he still picks up the kill, and it will be Astralis. Another one, 9 in a row. This is an absolutely impressive return into this first half that they've been having. They have, out of the 9 rounds, EG have had 1 bomb plant. A single one.
I mean, well, hold on. You can see the clear frustration, obviously, getting shown here. I mean, when nothing is working and you're just getting beaten up on. But, I mean, it really does feel like Device then just goes back. Like, Device is the linchpin of that situation for Astralis. He just goes right back to where Evil Geniuses are going to be, and he doesn't miss the shot.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Double nade right on the stand, and Cirque. Molotov to follow it up. But, yeah, I mean, just dealing with Device. Every time they run into him, at least it's a kill, and if they don't find him immediately afterwards, he's just gonna fall back and get more.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you deal with that? Well, so far they don't know either, so still remains a bit of a hard one to break.
I mean, we were talking about it, right? Number 3 ranked player in the world.
Yeah.
Could make an argument for higher, depending. But, so insane. Ethan, finding the shot on one, but this is definitely looking very good here for Astralis. They've got the line, and they're going to hold it. Drop a single player. Zipnix's face says it all. Loads of laughs here. Just filthy rich on Astralis' side. They get to buy everything they could possibly want going into the last round of this first half.
Yeah. 10 in a row.
Yeah, it's 10 in a row. 10 rounds in a row.
With 1 bomb plant. It's, I mean, this is very, very, very convincing at the moment.
Well, it is kind of falling back into that narrative of Evil Geniuses being ranked 18th in the world right now on TV, and Astralis being ranked number 1. There is going to be a bit of a gap, and we saw Inferno, 30 rounds go the way of Evil Geniuses. And here we're starting to see Astralis really just come back into their own. Another monster HE onto Ethan. Dude can't catch a break.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that we're really seeing is the pain of not having the depth of map pool to force Astralis into anything weird, right? They're looking so confident on this map. They're looking so confident on Overpass. You couldn't get them anywhere. Inferno, though, I mean, I still think that is a really impressive result from EG. I actually don't want to try and undersell them on that front. I think they did a great job, but winning the best of 3, it's looking very, very unlikely at the moment. Brehze with the kill, the AK, and then the Molotov to follow it up. Still have 50 seconds left, and he's going to run to try and get the bomb down. So now it could be interesting, although, he got pushed off. A Molotov being saved by Astralis, and they have many, many more grenades to keep doing this, actually. This is a bit tricky. Cirque is going to get picked off, and that leaves Brehze in a 1 versus 3.
And a 1 versus 3, wondering what exactly he can do here as he watches the flames consume themselves. Steps out, finds a headshot on Device. He's been hitting shots, but beautiful flash setup. dupreeh finding the last kill of the first half. 11 rounds in a row for Astralis on the CT side.
Straight. Absolutely disturbing. We'll see if they could do anything at all in the second half, EG that is, coming up after the break.
Please, come on, be fast, no. 4x3 all day, 10-24 black bars, bro, that's how we roll. (16x9) or 4x3? Well, 4x3 because I never played 16x9, but now I'm playing 16x10. 4x3 all day, 10-24 black bars, bro, that's how we roll.
4x3, that makes it easier to one tap.
4x3, more tunnel vision.
16x9, I like the advantages to see more of the sides.
4x3 all the way.
4x3, I have to say that.
I would want to say 16-9, but I'm playing 4x3.
16-9, and you probably never thought you would hear that from me, but I changed to full HD because I had some eye strains, and that's helped a lot.
I'm kind of, I'm gonna go for 4x3 because I play that, but I kind of want to switch up.
I love M4A1S, but it sucks so hard. So I'm gonna go with M4A4.
I would say M4A1S, but they made it terrible, so M4A4.
M4A1S if it was the old M4A1S, but the M4A4 now.
I love the silencer, and I'm more of the sneaky guy, I would say, so...
M4A4, just because of all the spray battles in CSGO.
M4A4 because I like the silencer, but when you are spraying and it's just... Please, come on, be fast! No.
M4A4, because I need those extra 5 bullets.
M4A4, the A1S is just statistically worse in almost every single category.
M4A4, because of the extra bullets. When you have bad aim and old aim as me, you need to have more bullets for security.
That's a tough question. I go for simple, but it's a tough call.
Zywoo, because he's the best player in the world right now.
Simple for the raw skill and confident.
Zywoo, he's my teammate, he's so beautiful, he's nice, I love him.
Zywoo, just for the fact that he bursted to the scene so fast.
Simple, because what he's doing in the server is just impossible for other players to do.
Zywoo.
Zywoo, the guy is just amazing.
Zywoo, because Zywoo.
Well, that was 11 straight rounds for ASTRALIS to close out that first half on VERTIGO, and just 4 for elige, which they got at the beginning. They were just, you know, starting to feel a bit good, and then ASTRALIS showed up and never let go. That is, I have rarely seen something quite so dominant. Again, in those 11 rounds, it was a single bomb plant. All the rest of them, they never got onto the site to get the bomb down. And that is, I mean, that's setting the scene here for the second half. The final one coming right up. Tarek getting flashed and run down. Just way too many Glocks on the other side, rushing the middle. And at least a bit of a return breeze, but they needed more perhaps. Stanislaw here, he's still got a couple of bullets left, trying to fall back, and now he has to reload. I can't believe that he's still alive, and I can't believe that they're turning this around. Device goes down, and EG find a way to win another pistol. I don't know how.
EG are just, they've got ASTRALIS' number when it comes to pistols, Anders. That's just the long and short of it.
Outrageous.
Done. What is that, 5 out of 6 pistols so far?
Yes.
For Evil Geniuses on these 3 maps. And I mean, that is also, I mean, ASTRALIS, they're actually not too shabby on T-side pistols VERTIGO off of what we've got. They've won last 4 out of 6 of their T-side pistols on VERTIGO. So it's like, clearly, they're confident in that sort of scenario, but that's what Evil Geniuses need to do.
And they were set up so nicely. They get the double kill in the middle. They're playing 5 versus 3. Stanislaw is alone, and I mean, he's in a really awkward position, but I guess he caught them. They just didn't even realize before he got the first 2 kills, and that's a very nice turnaround for EG. I did not think they were going to be able to win that, so that could set them up for a bit of something here. If they can pick up this one and the next one and start to roll this a little bit, maybe there is still chance and maybe a little bit of hope. Because after ASTRALIS showed up when they were on the T side, their EG, it did not look like they had anything left to break through with.
Well, hope springs eternal, doesn't it, Anders?
We're about to find out, aren't we? It's, if they've got enough left in them. Right. Looking for it, but not getting it.
Isn't it, you know, like you're shaming your opponent if you kill him with a FAMAS? Isn't that how it works now?
Should be.
Ethan just going that extra step further just to make it even a little bit more embarrassing. And, oh, they get the bomb plant.
all worth it at the end then.
Dude, that was a hard eco from Astralis as well. So that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, they had like a deagle or something, that was it. So they're going to be very, very excited about that. A lot of money. And again, if you are new to the game, it's an $800 bonus for everyone on the T side, if even if you lose the round, just planting the bomb. So that is why they were trying to do that. 11-6 moving into the 18th round, and what it does, apart from giving them money, is it gives them the weapons, and they are way better than what EG have at the moment. So all AKs versus SMGs and 2 FAMAS. Only thing I think they maybe have going for them at EG are the grenades. See if they can make something out of it, but they must win this round, EG. The road back, 11-6. Maybe it doesn't look so bad, but I think EG need the momentum and just the confidence here to try and do this.
It's still the case that they are the underdogs in this match.
Yeah.
They need everything to start swinging their way fast. And Astralis are still pretty far in the lead here. And so now we've got a fully equipped Astralis with the AKs and nades. And they have succeeded in drawing out a bit of utility over here towards A ramp, which is exactly what Astralis need to be doing. Showing a presence on A ramp, forcing Evil Geniuses to commit to this part of the map. And while Evil Geniuses, they've got 3 players here holding solid. dupreeh's rotated over as well, and so it's about to get everything underway here for Astralis to take over this site.
And here's the problem. If EG get pushed back into, it's behind the bomb site, how are they going to retake it with the kind of weapons they have? It's almost like they need to win the early fight, and they're definitely not doing that. Device and Magisk picking up a kill each, and I mean, this is where it gets really tough.
And dupreeh, his positioning is so brutal because he's right under him. He's hearing 2 sets of footsteps. So he's got info as well for his teammates in the sense that, hey, 2 guys right above you, just be aware. It's so solid.
Yeah, they executed that exactly like you would want to on the Astralis side. So there's not much left to be decided on that front. And saving, yeah, fine. I mean, they get to save some SMGs, but it's not really super amazing, is it?
It's far from ideal, but this is still going to be Astralis going through the motions. Circ is going to be able to snag 1 kill with that MP9, so that's a feel-good moment for him at least. And he gets that AK. That's big. If he can hold down to it, yep, survives for the next round. So let's see. This is Device opening it up, and with the rest of his teammates as well just doing work. They just mow through the defense here on this A site. A little bit of frustration, but not too much. Not too much.
No, just a little bit of an annoyance there.
All right.
I don't know. I just think that, especially early on here, EG, before they get maybe some of the weapons they would really love, have that AK, that's great. But they need the AWP on Circ. They need all the firepower to really make this work. A bit of an exchange of grenades over there on the A ramp, and then now they're leaning back towards the B bomb site. I wonder, for a second, look, maybe they could have wanted to find a timing there, because the longer they take, the more the chances are that EG will check out the A ramp and realize what's going on. And I think they just did, but it might be too late. They're running back to this B bomb site, but they've already lost brehze over here, and that leaves Circ alone. Essentially 1 versus 5. Now backup is coming, but it's still 5 seconds away. Charging in his glaive and trying to stop them as they rotate in. That was the backup, but as you can tell, that gets completely shut down. The timing could not have been better here for Astralis. They just as EG call it in, the smoke clears. If you looked at it from that A ramp's point of view, smoke clears and they just say, "Oh no, there's no one here. It must be B," and that's when brehze dies, and it's game over for that B bomb side.
It's too much, man. Yep. Oh, so much emotion getting shown there on the side of Evil Geniuses. They need to keep it together here, but that was such an important round. They are broke now on the side of Evil Geniuses. 2 of them have money for a halfway decent buy. 3 of them, not a whole lot. So we will have a quick tech pause here to sort out just a little hiccup, and we'll be back in the action. Shouldn't take long at all.
I mean, in a sense, they had the right idea, EG. They really were looking for anyone on the ramp. Astralis just had that timing down so well. They throw a couple of smokes over there, and they know that EG are going to be lurking around waiting for it. So I don't know what EG would have had to have done differently. I mean, they would have to sort of flash their way to the smoke to go and look, which, I mean, people do actually do that sometimes, even on the CT side, but that's obviously very high risk at the same time. So And on the B bomb side, yeah, they just... If they could have got one of those first kills and then fallen back, it would have been slightly different. But ASTRALIS, I mean, that was pretty much perfect. 13-6 is going to be the scoreline here, and yeah, that damages the EG economy. And so far on the second half, I mean, they've had to work with scraps more or less. They don't have that AWP on Cirque. They don't have all of the weapons that they would really want to have. Just a fair few problems to try and work through here.
They are really limited in their options, and the worst part is now they get this whole technical pause where they just get to sit and stew. Because again, no money going into this round. So in a must-win round where they had to shut down ASTRALIS, but ASTRALIS hit everything right, and I think you really nailed it with that timing. As the smoke clears, ASTRALIS pounce. Right, they just know that that's their window, and if they have to hit it. Here, Evil Geniuses, now what do you do going into this one? Because you're about to face off against ASTRALIS, who are going to get up onto 14 rounds on VERTIGO and have an 8-round lead on you, essentially. So life is going to get very difficult here for Evil Geniuses unless they can come up with some magical plays. Perhaps in this round, they've gone ahead and invested a little bit in Brehze. He's got the Deeg and the Kevlar, and there's a flash from Stanislaw. We'll see where he elects to use it.
I think they wanted to set up one for the middle there if they'd run into a bunch of people, but they didn't. And I mean, they're walking around as a group. I don't really mind this. I think this is fine. I think that there isn't like a set way to try and make sure you can do a lot of damage here. And they've done way better than I was expecting. The flash works towards the B stairs. glaive trying to make sure they don't recover the weapons, and that is really important. Job well done. And he'll pick up a quad kill. Down to 7 health at the end of it, but that's a nice recovery. Now I think for the first time on the second half here for EG, they actually have the weapons they want to have. So
yeah, here we go.
I mean, this is it.
The full buy. And he gets a shank on him too at the end. Just shameless glaive. Not an ounce of mercy in that man. And so 14-6, this is it. You're right, Anders. This is going to be the big one here as they are fully equipped on Evil Genius' side. They've got the AWP for Cirque. They've gone Brehze with the AUG. We'll see if he's as vicious as Zipnix is with the gun. And well, Ethan already trying to set up the anti-rush nades here towards ramp. Stanislaw up close. Does he realize what he's looking at here on the other side of the smoke? He can't see through it the way we can. Had he been able to pull the trigger, things could have gotten so nasty. Instead, it's Device taking his teammate out of the picture. Ethan already gone.
And Stanislaw, he's in so much trouble. He can't fall back from this vision. Instantly traded. And Tarek a little bit further behind. He didn't have a grenade or anything. He couldn't even flash for him. Yeah, they're trading favorably at the moment. ASTRALIS now 3 versus 2. They're going to be just fine with it. There's over a minute left. So they can easily call a break now and just say, just wait, see if anyone shows up.
Cirque was close enough to hear the footsteps of Zipnix as well, and so that may bait him into the open here. Device is just holding the angle, and Cirque, like, he has no... Ooh, still gets...
All right.
That is the panic shot from Cirque.
Yeah, he almost had a heart attack then, didn't he?
I nearly did, Anders, so, you know, that's just...
He looked like he was certainly dead at that moment. Smoke is up, and, well, he had to try and do something. He'll get taken down by magisk, and it will be a 15th round to ASTRALIS. So, series point. And EG would need to win 9 in a row, and there is nothing that suggests that that's going to be possible at this point in time. Not the economy, certainly not the history between the two teams here for the last couple of maps. It's been all ASTRALIS for Overpass, and, well, VERTIGO might be even worse. Crazy scenes. magisk has come into play. He's got 20 kills. See if he can get some more in this round. We've got 3 from last in play. A little bit of a trade there, taking down magisk. It's not so bad. But over at the A ramp, Device, Glaive, and Sip just methodically working their way through, and so far that's pretty much worked every single time. They're so good at getting this bomb site and catching out Ethan, and I don't know why he even was allowed to live. Glaive kind of messing that up for no good reason even.
I'll say still, I mean, ASTRALIS in a disadvantage, but dupreeh getting caught. For a second, thought that he would actually manage to find a way out of there. It didn't happen, and so now Evil Geniuses have set themselves up for success here. 2-man advantage, a couple of flash grenades they could work with as well to create some opportunities here going onto the site. And so now they need to work together. Both flashes used and nobody blind on the side of Astralis. Astralis can still do some serious damage here as they peek together one after the other. No, it is going to be Xyp9x finding the first one. Device and Xyp9x working together, and just like that, it's Stanislaw alone. But not for long. Device is merciful and puts him out of his misery. It is the end. Astralis take Vertigo.
Even the two